People who can fall asleep within 8 seconds of their head hitting their pillow. How the frick do you fall asleep within 8 seconds of your head hitting your pillow? That's my secret cap, I'm always tired. I'm surprised this isn't closer to the top. I'm always tired and can fall asleep no problem, and I thought a lot of people were like that. But I'm just now realizing that maybe I have a problem. Stay awake until you fall asleep in the couch, then groggily walk to the bed when you inevitably wake up. I'm usually more awake at that point than before I napped. I'm a firefighter and my one partner says what he likes least about me is my ability to fall asleep so fast after returning from a call. It helps to be physically tired. Much easier to fall asleep when your body has been engaged in physical activity during the day. I try to lay perfectly still, and not allow myself to scratch my nose if it itches, for example. I just ignore the itch and next thing I know, it's time to get up. I just discovered that there are people with an inner monologue and this voice in their head allows them to have silent discussions and worry about decisions and whatnot. I don't have this. I don't have any voices talking to me. My preference is also to listen to a documentary on YouTube or Netflix. I set my timer on my phone to stop playing after 20 minutes and rarely stay awake till the end. I am very well versed on the first 10 minutes of World War II. My friend does this. We'll be playing video games, then he'll suddenly be tired and good night. Literally seconds later I can hear him snoring in his room. Like your friend, I also can sleep right away. I've been teased about it a lot growing up. But seeing as how I'm in the minority of people, I must assume that would be because of envy. I'm not sure if other people like me are like this, but I don't have an inner monologue that distracts from my sleep time. Dude, you have no idea how many people want to sleep like you do. For me personally it would be like a dream come true. I've had so many sleepless nights even when I would be extremely exhausted from lots of physical or mental activity that day, it's just awful. The smallest, insignificant thing can keep me up thinking, worrying or panicking about just enough to not let me sleep. I rarely fall asleep within 1 hour, usually it's between 1 to 2 hours. I hate it because I could be a much better person without these issues. You're a lucky guy. Added info, I've been diagnosed with ADD 3 years ago and take medications. The sleeping problems were just the same before the diagnosis though, which was part of the reason why I got diagnosed in the first place. I turn on Netflix, or Hulu, to a show I've seen a million times. I turn away from the screen and fall asleep. The key is that it can't be something you need to pay attention to, works like a charm for me. I did this only with shows I thought were stupidly boring. One single episode of Star Trek Voyager lasted me 6 weeks. Only problem is I eventually became a fan, am now a proud Trekkie, and the bloody shows can't put me to sleep anymore because they're too interesting. Man, I have insomnia and none of this works. Man, I always laugh at the responses to these. Because most of them are a chicken or the egg situation. Insomniacs don't have trouble sleeping because they look at a screen before falling asleep. We look at a screen in bed because we know how miserable it is to literally lay in a pitch-black room with nothing but white noise for 7 straight hours and never fall asleep. We don't have a schedule because of our insomnia. We don't have insomnia because we don't have a schedule. We work out at night because we spend the morning still trying to fall asleep. When we work out in the morning, it means we don't sleep at all for 48+ hours. We have tried, just don't think about anything, we've tried no screens, we've tried relaxing voices, sounds, podcasts, we've tried meditation, we've googled every possible thing to learn how to fall asleep. We've tried whatever BS herb or sleep aid is popular this week. That shit just doesn't work. It's not our faults. Our brains are just idiots. I remember when my sleep therapist gave me the advice that, if you've been lying in bed for an hour and still can't fall asleep, get up and do something productive that doesn't cause blue light, e.g., sweep your kitchen, and try again in an hour to sleep. It was summer holidays so I had 8 weeks off from work. I work in a school, which meant no commitments. I decided to truly let my body decide when it wanted to sleep. I tried practicing perfect sleep hygiene exactly as prescribed. I didn't notice an improvement in my sleep schedule. I'd be awake at the weirdest hours of the night. But when I was actually tired, I'd fall asleep easily, and more importantly I woke up feeling rested. Unfortunately, that could mean sleeping from 3 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Monday, having a 90-minute nap at 1 p.m. on Tuesday, then sleeping from 4 p.m. to 1 a.m. on Wednesday. And that's not something I can do during the working week. Every day was different. After 2 months I brought my sleep diary back to her and she took one look and said, "Oh, you don't have insomnia and sleep deprivation related crashes like we thought. Looks like you have a circadian rhythm disorder." She sent me for further testing to confirm, but yeah, my internal body clock is set to shuffle. No amount of "don't drink coffee after midday" is going to fix a congenital neurological condition. And idiopathic insomnia is also technically a neurological condition. But melatonin sure helps. I've had so many lay people tell me, "Ooh, careful with taking melatonin every night, prolonged use can destroy your body's ability to fall asleep without it." My body's ability to fall asleep naturally was already fucked. My doctor prescribes my medication and I'll trust them. With my current dose, I can fall asleep within 20 minutes of hitting the pillow, no matter what time it is. It doesn't help me stay asleep, but I've never had issues with that. I'm a deep sleeper, other than owning a small bladder. I have delayed sleep phase syndrome, which more or less means I am nocturnal. Can't sleep during the night no matter how hard I try, and trying makes me miserable. It doesn't help at all with falling asleep, my brain is too stupid for that laughing face, but knowing my circadian rhythm is off made my stress levels way lower than before I knew. Everyone kept trying to fix my sleep schedule. You would feel so much better if you slept at normal, consistent hours. Surprise, surprise, that's actually not true at all. Gotta listen to what your body tells you, and some of our bodies say, when the sun goes down, I come up. Now I have a fairly consistent sleep schedule of 5 a.m. to 4 p.m., and it works well for me. But even the sleep specialist I saw said, most people have to work their life around their sleep, not their sleep around their life, so if I get a job, get the night shift. I wonder if we naturally have variations in sleep schedule or if something is a little out of line in your brain. Like you'd be the perfect guy to guard the tribe at night 10,000 years ago, so from an evolutionary standpoint it makes sense to have people who sleep during the day and are awake at night.